caught my wife cheating with my best friend. Neither of them panicked. They just stared coldly. Perfect. We've drained your last bit of value. Now you can die. With your fame, your death will make your last piece a masterpiece. It'll be priceless. My wife, xianxia, glanced seductively to Wang Haiyang. They looked smug. Together, they staged my death as an accident. They took my remaining works and lifted it up. Then I was reborn. I returned to the night before they killed me. I swore I'd make that scumbag and that slut pay. I am a somewhat famous painter. My style is unique. With a strong personal touch, many people collect my work. Prices range from hundreds of thousands to millions. I was always painting, so I am not great with people, except for painting. I left everything to my wife and best friend. They said, for your career, and started a company. They sold my paintings, and as my fame grew, they sold merchandise too. All I had to do was paint. Because they were my closest people, I trusted them completely. My once poor best friend. After running my company, got rich. People a fancy car and a big house. For that, I was genuinely happy for him. My wife was dripping in jewels, using my fame. She kept sending money to her family. Their lives improved too. I didn't mind. I thought helping relatives with money was fine. As for me, I had very few material needs. Just 3 meals a day, a good creative space, and my paints. That's all I asked for. But because I trusted them so blindly, they made me sign countless contracts. All my works were transferred to them, and they shamelessly hooked up. My wife and best friend betrayed me. I never saw it coming. I thought sincerity would be repaid, but it was just wishful thinking. Luckily, I got a second chance. This time, I won't repeat past mistakes. I am in my studio, painting my last piece from my past life. It's for a loyal client. They offered nearly 10 million. I've never met them, but they always pay generously. They told xianxia, good art is priceless. They'd pay any price. I look at the vibrant painting on the white paper. It's mostly red, creating a strong visual impact, a sense of life. But I never expected this would be my last painting. They take a deep breath. I stop painting. Thunder roars outside. It started raining. I take off my glasses. I start planning my revenge. Rain patters in my ears. It's pouring. I go to the window. In the dark night, branches sway in the wind. I turn back to see my studio full of paintings, except for this unfinished one. The rest were sold by Qin Xiaoyi and Wang Haiyang. The night before they killed me, they made me sign a document. That document made me worthless to them. I was just a tool for making money. When I caught them cheating, they weren't scared at all. Just then, a knock at the door. A flashy figure walks in. I turn around. It's Qin Xiaoyu in a red dress. She clicks in on high heels. She smiles. Guoyan, how's the painting? I look at her warm smile. But beneath that warmth, but hid a venomous heart. I'll never forget, he put a bag over my head, suffocating me. Wang Haiyang pinned me down. His hands killed me. He screamed crazily, Yan, go to hell. You're useless now. We passed the corpse room. Qin Xiaoyu's voice rang out again. Guoyan, I snapped back, looking away from Qin Xiaoyu. I turned to the painting. Needs more time. Hearing this, Einzang got anxious. Didn't you say tonight? Why the delay? This client is a regular. Hi, and your biggest fan. Plus, this painting, he's paying nearly 10 million. Don't keep him waiting. Mentioning money, her eyes lit up. I saw scratches on her neck. The studio lights were dim, but I saw clearly. In my past life, I never noticed such things. Facing her deadline, I'd never make excuses. I'd grab my brush and rush to finish it. I didn't want to let her down. When I proposed to Jingxiao, I promised her a happy, worry-free life. These years of marriage, I worked hard for that, and I succeeded. But even giving my all couldn't win her true heart. I know, during these years, I owned almost nothing. Most assets were in her name. She and Wang Haiyang planned early to transfer a joint property. To me, I was just a cash cow. Thinking this, I felt bitter. I was so blind. Only then would I trust that scumbag couple. And creation needs inspiration. I just need one last spark to finish that painting. Give me a specific time so I can tell the client. And Jane said, she seemed a bit impatient. Don't worry, it won't be long. I said, and when he heard that, he seemed to instantly relax. Good. Then he came over and handed me a document. Oh, please sign this. It's a sales contract. Needs your signature. In my past life, I signed it without any hesitation. That very contract lets them do whatever they wanted to me. After all, Signing it meant nothing belonged to me anymore. I took the document, opened it, and read it carefully. And Jean seemed surprised by my action. A flicker of panic flashed in her eyes. It's just a standard authorization contract. Nothing to see, silly. I know, just browsing. I was also a bit tired, and Jean said that on purpose, to distract me. I didn't read long before returning it to her. Xiaoyi, I'm tired tonight. Let's rest first. Sign tomorrow, I said, ignoring her, and I went to pack my paintings. I always treasure these things most. Antin wanted to say more, but she knew my temper. When I'm doing certain things, I don't like being disturbed. Fine, but you must sign tomorrow. Okay, I packed up the paintings. Antin told me midway she had to go back to the office to work with Xuanhuan. I nodded, saying nothing. They really think I'm an idiot, but I don't care about that now. Reborn in this life, I just want to take back everything I lost. Make that scumbag couple pay. I carried my stuff downstairs, hailed a cab, and went home. The house is big, but empty inside. Feels cold. It cost tens of millions, but the deed is in Sayolane's name. Looking around, thinking my kindness was wasted. I couldn't sleep all night. On Qingxiayi's computer, I found evidence of asset transfers and contracts I was tricked into signing. Many terms now seem unfair. Qing Xiaoyi dared to leave them here carelessly, not wary of me, because to them, I am just a crazy painter. I only care about painting. Looking at the evidence, I took photos and copied files to myself. Until the next day, Qing Xiaoyi didn't return. I installed cameras in every corner of the house. I knew they'd mess around tonight. And with that, at noon, I got a call from Qing Xiaoyi. She asked me to lunch. Wang Haiyan would be there, plus a mystery guest. Last life, I'd have refused. Last life, I was lost in painting, caring about nothing else. But this time, I agreed. I wanted to meet the mystery clients. I said yes. At noon, I arrived on time and met the mystery client. Surprisingly, she was young, barely over 20, and quite beautiful. No makeup, but still stunning. After meeting, Qing Xiaoyi introduced her. Again, this is Miss Zhao, who buys your paintings. Hello. I'm not good with greetings, Jia said. Hello. Miss Zhao seemed excited. She quickly shook my hand. Hello, teacher Gu. I love your work. I collect your pieces. Your work gives me a special feeling. It's an honor to collect your pieces. Miss Zhao rambled on. I just forced a stiff smile. I never expected the buyer of so many works to be a young woman. Wang Haiyan then said with a smile, Miss Zhao, Teacher Gu's latest piece. You'll love it? I'm excited. I wonder when Teacher Gu will finish. Miss Zhao stared at me expectantly. After a glance, I said, it'll take a while. Hearing that, Wang Haiyan immediately said, well, don't worry, Teacher Gu is immersed in his work. Won't take long, and most a week. Right, Teacher Gu? Wang Haiyan said with a smile. I looked at Wang Haiyan. This one's down and out so-called buddy. Now wears a $1 million watch and suits worth tens of thousands. Looks incredibly luxurious. His smile is calm and confident. A perfect success story. His success today is entirely on my shoulders. Yet he shows no gratitude. He wants to drain my last drop, feasting on my misery. Hearts are unfathomable. No rush. As long as it's Teacher Gu's work, no matter how long I wait, Miss Zhao said with a smile. Her eyes were pure. Clearly, she truly loves my paintings. I remember Qingjian Xiaoyi also said she loved my art, often discussed creation with me. That's why I got together with Qing Xiaoyi. But now, it was all an act by Qingyi just to get close to me. I was already somewhat famous then. After marrying me, she started scheming with Wang Haiyan. They hooked up earlier than I thought. During the meal, they kept exchanging glances, as if I wasn't there. Qingyi said, Miss Zhao, Guiyan is very focused on painting and respects every fan who likes him. So, the piece you ordered he'll finish as soon as possible, right? Guiyan? I nodded. During that time, Miss Zhao asked me many questions and shared her thoughts on art. I answered each one, but kept my replies brief. After dinner, Miss Zhao and I exchanged contacts. After she left, Wang Haiyan gave Qing Xiao a look. Qing Xiaoyi caught on quickly, seeing them still so blatant in front of me. Acting like partners in crime, exchanging glances. I felt anger, but forced it down. I smelled sacrifice for a bigger plan. Qing Xiaoyi quickly understood Wang Haiyan's intent and took out last night's document. Guiyan, sign this now. Okay, I took the papers. I'll sign and return them later. I need to finish that painting first. Can't keep Miss Xiao waiting too long. You are not in a rush, are you? Hearing I was going to finish that painting, the one Miss Yo paid millions for. The sooner I finished, the better for them. Qing Xiaoyi was about to say something, but Wang Haiyan stopped her with a look. Yeah, that's fine. No rush. Old. Just focus on your work. Leave the rest to me and your aunt. That's what he used to tell me. Just focus on creating. He'd handle everything else. And he did. In the end, he handled me too. I sneered inwardly, said nothing, just nodded, hailed a cab, and headed to the studio. Soon it was evening, around 8 or 9 p.m., same time as my past life. I came home early to surprise xiaoyi for our anniversary. Normally, I wouldn't be back until after midnight. Sometimes I just don't go home and sleep right in the studio. But to surprise him, I caught them cheating. That's why they wanted me dead. I died pathetically last night. All my wealth and work became their fun money. Now I picked up my phone, playing a live feed of the room. Xianxia and Wang Haiyang were tangled up, putting on a show for me. Watching it all, I felt some anger, but more so, revenge burned inside. To them, I'm just a crazy painter, a fool who ignores everything, a cash cow they can use anytime. They took everything, enjoyed it all, and then tried to kill me. But they don't know I am not the old me. Now I'll take up arms for revenge and make them pay dearly. I'll make them cry. I'll make them beg. Now, step 1 of my plan. I sent a pre-written text to my and Qing Xiaoyi's families and our mutual friends. A surprise needs an audience to be fine. After texting, I went home calmly. On the way, I bought her favorite white roses. The pre-ordered cake arrived on time. When I got home, friends and family were waiting. Sorry, everyone, for making you come so late. As I spoke, some friends laughed. Ha, anniversary surprise. For Xiaoyi, we get it. She'll be thrilled when she finds out. What are we waiting for? Let's go in. But her parents' faces showed no joy. Her mom was unimpressed, muttering, "What's a waste of time? If you really want to cheer her up, just send her more money." In the Qing family's eyes, no matter how much I give, it's never enough. I held back my anger. Mom, a client ordered $1 million painting. Once it's done, I'll give all the money to Auntie. $1 million? Mom's eyes lit up. Her attitude toward me changed too. I said marrying you was her blessing. Surrounded by relatives, I entered the house. A few friends helped me bring the cake upstairs. I checked the time. At this hour, Auntie and Wang Haiyang were still at it, oblivious to the world. The moment I pushed the door open, their moaning stopped abruptly. The smiling relatives turned pale, especially Mom and Dad. Guyan, why are you back? Auntie scrambled to get dressed. The roses in my hand fell. Furious, I rushed over. I grabbed Wang Haiyang, who was about to dress, and yanked him off the bed. Wang Haiyang, I trusted you as a brother, and you slept with my woman. I punched him in the face. That punch carried all my hatred. It was so hard. It knocked out his teeth. Wang Haiyang wanted to fight back, but with so many watching, and him being in the wrong, he held back. Guyan, it's not what you think. Haiyang and I are innocent, Auntie said without flinching. I looked at her, full of disappointment. Auntie, do you think we're all blind? Mom rushed over and slapped her. How could you do this? You've disgraced the Qin family. Apologize to Yuyan now. Auntie looked wronged. Reluctantly, she apologized. Guoyan, I'm sorry. I was shaking with rage. Mom spoke again. Gaya, I think she just lost her head. Since she apologized, just forgive him, Mom. He cheated on me. Hacking I glared at Tina Shao. Aunt Qing was scared by my look. She stepped back behind her mom. Because in all our time together, I never looked at her like that. I failed to teach him right. Trust me. This is the last time. If he ever wrongs you again, his dad and I will break his legs. Her words sounded sincere, but I knew deep down her whole act was for show. They always looked down on me. They thought I was just a painter. Useless. Now my art sells. They don't want to lose their cash cow. My friends looked at me with pity. I never knew Auntie was like this. If I were Guyan, I'd divorce her tomorrow. Guess she had it too good, looking for thrills, hearing their gossip. Her mom snapped back. This is family business, none of your business. Then she kicked everyone out. Meanwhile, Wang Haiyang, dressed, came to apologize. Guyan, I'm sorry. I was foolish. I shouldn't have done this. If you forgive me, I'll take any punishment. I'm not that stupid. Kill him and I go to jail. Her mom whispered something to her. She suddenly knelt before me, crying her eyes out, slapping herself. Honey, my fault. No idea what they're plotting. I stood there, not stopping her. Let's see how long she keeps this up. Slap after slap. Her face swelled up fast. Her parents were heartbroken. They begged me. Young, she's begging you. Forgive her. They pressured me to let it go. After much persistence, I couldn't forgive Qing Xiaoyi. Tonight was just to expose her true face. But I pretended to forgive her because I need to get everything back from her. Even a cent. She won't take a thing. The next day, I returned to the studio and finished the painting. That night, I contacted Miss Zhao. Miss Zhao, free tonight? I'd like to talk. I invited her to the studio. She was amazed by the painting. Mr. Gu, it's even better than I expected. Can I take it tonight? I'll transfer the money now. Her eyes stayed on the painting. Oh, unable to look away. Sure. As for the money, no rush. I paused, and I need a favor. She finally looked at me and asked curiously, "Oh, what is it?" "Tell Xiuxian you are unhappy with my work. Make her pay the penalty." Back then, she signed a contract with Miss Zhao, so Miss Zhao can claim damages. Miss Zhao looked puzzled. "Mr. Gu, I don't get why you do this." Seeing me silent, she didn't press, just smiled lightly. "But I think you must have your reasons. Happy to help." After that, Miss Zhao, as I said, named the penalty from Qin Xiaoyi. Qin Xiaoyi called me immediately, furious, demanding to, "Guayan, what's going on with Miss Zhao? You'd better explain yourself." And I'm sorry, Miss Zhao didn't like the painting. We argued. I got angry and destroyed it. I can't deliver on time. I whispered. She was so furious, she nearly fainted. "Guoyan, do you know the penalty we have to pay? 20 million? Where do I get that?" "Sorry, it's all my fault. I'll handle the money." Jin got angrier. "You are not selling the house, are you?" "Don't even think about it. The house is mine and, trust me, I'll earn it back. But you need to help me now." Miss Dao said if my later work impresses her, she'd still pay millions. After much persuasion, Jin agreed to sell the house. But it's only worth 5 million. Far from 20 million. Ain't. I'm useless. Can't even get 20 million. I held my head in pain. Jin forced a smile. She said, "Honey, don't worry. A foreign collector today wants to buy your art at a high price. Just try a little. And as the 20 million is back." "Really? What about the rest?" Hope flickered in my eyes. "I'll figure it out." Sure enough, Jin went to Wang. She mortgaged his car and house. But together they only scraped 5 million, still far from 20. And are you sure Guyan can earn it back? If not, I'll lose my car and house. Wang Haiyang was worried sick, and Jin wasn't sure either. But she believed in my skill, so she took the gamble. Guyan has the talent. Where else did our money come from? While asking for funds, she reminded me to paint. When she handed me the 5 million, I looked at her apologetically, and I think I've lost my inspiration. And Jin rolled her eyes secretly, but she pretended to comfort me. "Honey, you're just too tense. Relax, and inspiration will come." Maybe, as Qin Xiaoyi hoped, a month passed quickly, but I still hadn't painted what he wanted. Ms. Zhao was pushing us for the remaining 10 million, and Qin argued with me many times. "Guoyan, you disappointed me. To help pay your penalty, I sold everything I could. You can paint. How will we earn money? I want to, but I don't know why. I just can't." I looked hurt. For this penalty, we lost the house and the company. Given my state, and Qin lost all hope in me. "Guoyan, let's divorce. I don't want to spend my life paying off your debts." And Jin pulled out the divorce papers. I pretended to beg her. "Auntie, give me one more chance. I don't want a divorce." "How many chances have I given you? You just didn't try. If you can't pay the penalty, you'll go to jail." She was firm. I pretended to be reluctant and signed the papers. And Jin left without hesitation. That night, I took Miss Zhao to dinner. "Miss Zhao, thank you for everything." Cheers. I raised my glass. Miss Zhao smiled. "Just a small favor. The foreign collector Aunt Qin mentioned, I had Miss Xia arrange it. Only by making Anting play, someone would pay a high price for my art." Would she try to get all her money out? I didn't get it all back, but it was enough. "What's your plan now?" Miss Zhao asked, watching me. Meeting her gentle eyes, I felt my breath catch. I smiled and said, "Keep painting. I look forward to it." Miss Xiao's eyes were full of admiration. A month later, Qin Xiaoyi and I got our divorce, leaving the Civil Affairs Bureau. And Qin looked at me with disgust. "Oh yeah, know my biggest regret in life? Marrying you. My biggest regret was marrying you." Luckily this time, I changed my tragic fate. Right in front of Qin, I got into the car he'd sold. That car he bought behind my back for Wang Haiyang. Qin Ayi rushed over, demanding, "Wasn't this car sold? How do you have it? It's mine now." I let him know on purpose. And Qin learned I wasn't broke and didn't owe Miss Zhao damages. She went crazy. "Guyan, why did you lie to me?" I pushed his hand away and I said coldly, "Qin, from the moment you betrayed me, you should have seen this coming." "Liar, give me my money back." Qin's face twisted. I ignored him and got in the car. We saw Qin around. Life was great, but that peace didn't last long. I went viral. A friend told me about it. I opened the link he sent. Then I knew why. It said how I tricked Qin Xiaoyi into divorce with a video of him slapping himself before me. Guiyang thinks he's famous now and dumps his wife. Such a dirty trick to force a divorce. Disgusting. What a jerk. He should be struck by lightning. Poor Qin. After all those years with Guyan, this is what she gets. Never waste your youth on a man. Once he's successful, you're the first to go. Reading those comments, I was furious. That day, more photos appeared under the post. Pictures of me and Miss Zhao having dinner. The caption said, "Miss Zhao is my mistress. I conspired with her to trick Qin, and I got roasted again. Qin framed me. Fine. But dragging Miss Zhao into it, I was about to call her. Then she called me first. Mr. Gu, did you see the trending topic? Need help. My dad's legal team is top-notch. Yes, please. Sorry to drag you into this, I said apologetically. Miss Zhao smiled calmly. It's fine. They're probably desperate. After the call, she connected me with her dad's lawyers. I gave them all the evidence of Anqin's affair. She wronged me first, so I can't be blamed. The lawyers were fast. Within an hour, they posted it all online. Meanwhile, friends who witnessed it came forward to testify for me. Now the one trending is Ain't Ching. I knew he wouldn't frame his wife for no reason. Turns out she cheated. This plot twist is too fast, but don't just blame Aunt Chin. What about Wang Haiyang? Wu Yan helped him succeed. He seduced the scallion's wife. That man deserves to die. Both deserve it. If it were me, I'd make them pay dearly. Seeing netizens bash them, I felt relieved. Soon after, Aunt Chin called. As soon as you... Yan, why did you ruin me? Acing her accusation. I found it lovable, Aunt Chin. I should be asking you that. Can't we part amicably? Why pull this stunt? I didn't want to expose you, but you ruined me first. If I didn't act, my reputation would be destroyed. Ainqing gritted her teeth and said a word by word. No amicable parting. Not unless you return the money. Or I'll drag you down with me. That money was mine. Why should I give it back? I sneered. Can't while Haya support you. Right. You lived well only because of me. Wean, just wait. Ainqing hung up. She didn't bother me after that. I soon forgot it. I opened a gallery. On opening day, many old clients came to celebrate. Miss Zhao sent dozens of flower baskets. Miss Zhao, you are too kind. Miss Zhao beamed. Teacher Gi, just call me by my name. Calling me Miss Zhao feels too distant. Okay, and I gave Zhao a faint smile. I showed her around the gallery. She really got me. Every painting I made, she connected with. We were chatting happily when someone burst in. Gayan, go to hell. I looked closely. It was Anqing holding a fruit knife. My first instinct was to shield Zhao Anan. Anqing, calm down. I tried to reason, but she was set on killing me. She wouldn't listen. Luckily, security rushed in. They subdued Anqing. She glared at me with bloodshot eyes. Weyan, you'll die horribly. She was taken away. But it wasn't over. That night, someone almost burned my gallery. Checking the footage, I saw it was Wang Haiyang. I called the police immediately, but they didn't catch him. He escaped. I thought it'd take time, but the next day, I heard he got hit by a car while fleeing. He died instantly. When Anqing heard, she laughed joyfully. Later, I learned that after losing all the money, their relationship quickly fell apart. For 6 months, Wing forced her to work at a nightclub. Wang Haiyang felt he had nothing and blamed Qin Xiaoyi. Death is good. Let them all die. Qin Xiaoyi went mad. After release, her parents sent her straight to a mental hospital. I heard she kept calling my name. Her mother called me too, asking me to visit her, but I refused. I am doing well now. Why stir up that ugly past?